So, here you go. There you go. We last see everything come.
It's big boy. A heavyweight boy. And Tank hit that nigga. It hit him so hard that he was on the top of the rope just like this.
Proud Jake Paul's brother to be in there and be able to last with a smaller man, a smaller, older, greater fighter who's mostly was concentrating on defense more than just offense.
Gervonta Davis is pushing his training to new heights as he engages in intense sparring sessions with heavyweight fighters ahead of his upcoming clash. With Jake Paul, Davis isn't holding back. He's trading power, shots with opponents far bigger than him. In one particularly heated session, he landed such a powerful punch that the heavyweight reportedly appeared visibly shaken.
Oh, no, you're right. But tell people what happened. Man, I was about to spar. Before I was about to spar Tank, he was sparring this big boy. A heavyweight boy. And Tank hit that nigga. It hit him so hard that he was on the top of the rope just like this. I'm like,
Gervonta Davis is once again making headlines, this time by dominating much larger opponents. During high-intensity sparring, known for his explosive power in the lightweight and super lightweight divisions, Tank is proving that size doesn't limit his effectiveness. Recent footage shows him landing precise, rapid-fire combinations that leave even heavyweights uneasy. His ability to control the pace, slip counters, and respond with sharp combinations reflects his serious preparation. He's not just sharpening his power, he's building the stamina and strategy needed to take on a bigger, stronger opponent like Jake Paul.
Look like you're playing pool with a short. Oh, let me tell you this, bro. Punch when he punch, yeah. Punch when he punch. Punch when he punch. Yep. They ain't stop flying. We slowed down. Now we're going to commit flying again. That's what we do. We reload and come back. Yeah, we ain't got to get close, thanks, because we know you're scared to get close. Get close, thanks. Keep rolling, girl. All the way down the road. Come to me, baby.
Despite the clear size disadvantage, Davis continues to test himself against significantly heavier sparring partners. But these sessions aren't about overpowering them, they're about mastering precision. He's working on managing distance, setting the tempo, and maintaining his signature explosiveness under pressure. According to his team, these sessions help him fine-tune angles, timing, and footwork, all crucial for adapting to Jake Paul's unconventional style. Davis knows that Jake's biggest asset is his size. By sparring with heavyweights, he's eliminating that threat early, showing a disciplined and confident mindset in preparing for any challenge once the bell rings.
Here's a clip of Gervonta Tank Davis releasing footage of him training and sparring with the heavyweight ahead of his showdown with YouTube sensation turned professional boxer Jake Paul that's set to take place November 14th in Atlanta, Georgia at the State Farm Arena. Tank Davis is 5'4" and he weighs in at 135. His last fight, he actually was 133 pounds. Jake Paul is 6'1" with a 76-inch arm reach, and he weighed in at 199 pounds his last fight. And fight before that, he weighed in at 224 pounds. Gervonta Tank Davis has a 67-inch arm reach. This is why this fight has to be ruled an exhibition and not a real professional boxing match, because no boxing commission would sanction it. Let me know what y'all think about this. As you see, Tank Davis is using and working on movement. Let me know. I'm gone. Peace.
Former UFC star and analyst Chael Sonnen has emphasized the pressure on Gervonta Davis, saying he carries the weight of boxing's reputation into this matchup. Sonnen acknowledged Jake Paul's impact on the sport's visibility, but stressed that it's up to Davis to show fans what real boxing looks like. To Sonnen, this fight is more than just another bout. It's a statement. Davis aims to prove that technical skill, experience, and ring IQ still matter more than social media fame. Sonnen added that a knockout here wouldn't just be a win. It would be a message to anyone who's forgotten what elite boxing truly is.
Which is to let anybody know that's listening that it doesn't make any difference, that boxing is a real sport. My skills versus your skills, of which I have an abundance of and of which you have none of. My life's commitment and dedication versus a second or third or fourth thought in the world of priority on your list. And I used to believe those things. Now, I go back far enough in MMA that I've had my eyes open a number of times. The fact that karate was so incredibly useless, or the fact that Jeet Kune Do was so incredibly useless, like these were not things that I would have bet on when I was in high school. As a wrestler at that time, I would not have assumed that I would fare well in a fight against somebody that knew Kung Fu. We had all been falsely led through Hollywood. Not through competition, not through sport, not through understanding of the game, but just through Hollywood. We were told that those guys were the most dangerous guys. So, we then eventually get up to Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather, which had a weight discrepancy, but it was very small. I mean, I watched him weigh in. I want to say it was like 8 pounds.
As fight week approaches, it's been confirmed through both footage and reports that Davis has been consistently sparring with heavyweight fighters in camp. These aren't casual workouts, they're full contact, high-intensity sessions designed to push Tank beyond his usual limits. His coaches explain that facing tougher resistance in training is meant to make the actual fight feel easier. The heavyweights force him to sharpen his reflexes, improve head movement, and find efficient ways to generate power against larger opponents. Each round is building his confidence, proving that even against stronger men, his timing and accuracy give him the upper hand. It's an unconventional approach, but it clearly shows how seriously he's taking Jake Paul as a threat.
Whoa! Whoa! Look at him! Look at him! There you go. There you go. Relax. See everything up. Everything's tough.
Renowned boxing trainer Teddy Atlas has praised Gervonta Davis as one of the sport's most skilled and powerful fighters today. While some fans point to Jake Paul's size advantage, Atlas believes that once the bell rings, it won't make a difference. Davis's experience against elite competition gives him an edge Jake simply can't replicate. Atlas noted that Tank has faced every kind of opponent, from pressure fighters and defensive specialists to taller, longer-range boxers. In contrast, Jake Paul hasn't fought true boxing veterans. Atlas added that those wondering if Jake could land one big shot are missing the point. What truly separates Davis is his ability to stay composed and adapt under pressure, something entertainers turned boxers often lack.
Do have one guy who, he's smaller, but he's a top fighter, he can punch, and he's fighting a guy who's not a top pro fighter, who's bigger. What if he hits him on the chin? What if he hits him on the chin? It'll wind up selling. And that's what'll wind up selling it. The what if. What if Tank makes him do a cha-cha? He hits him on the chin, and Jake Paul, we're gonna find out if he can dance. Whoa. Do the cha-cha. That's what's gonna sell it. And you can't argue that what if. You can't. I know I get to places that other people won't go and everything else, that just dismiss stuff because it's easier to do that. It's safer to do that. You don't have the bows and arrows coming at you from people that argue with you because you did that, but I don't care. I've had bows and arrows my whole life. I don't care. But that's true. That what if? What if this guy who is a real good puncher, who is one of the best fighters in the world right now, what if he hits him? What if he makes a miss and he counters him? Or he jumps up in the air. Bang! And he hits him. Sid Terrace was a great fighter. No, not the 1700s, but years ago. And Cus D'Amato told me he loves Sid Terrace. He said, Teddy, he used to jump up in the air and hit you with 3 jabs. I said, whoa, man, Sid Terrace. All right. Anyway, look, I can't finish without saying that it did invoke some memories and thoughts that we've been here before in a different way, where Jake Paul's brother fought Mayweather. That's not forget. And I'm not saying I like that either. I mean, first of all, Mayweather past his prime. He was already retired. He was older, everything, but he's still the great Mayweather. And Mayweather was fighting a guy, what was it, 50-pound difference, 60-pound difference, whatever it was. And that size made a difference. It allowed Jake Paul's brother to be in there and be able to last with a smaller man, a smaller, older, greater fighter who's mostly was concentrating on defense more than just offense.
Sports analyst Max Kellerman offered a more personal perspective on Davis's motivation for accepting the Jake Paul fight. According to Kellerman, Davis took the bout partly to secure long-term financial stability and spend more time with his family. After years of grueling training camps and championship defenses, Davis was looking for a fight that combined high stakes with a big payday. Kellerman noted that Davis has been thinking about slowing the pace of his career to focus more on his personal life and mental well-being. This fight, in Kellerman's eyes, isn't just about the money or the hype. It's a transitional moment, allowing Tank to enjoy the rewards of his hard-earned career while reminding the world that he remains one of boxing's most dangerous fighters.
You got a guy like Gervonta, who I personally think has been checked out for way longer than this last fight. I think he was checked out prior to the Roach fight. I thought this was all going to be in the works, where he was supposed to beat the 16-1 Roach and then go on to fight Jake Paul and then call it a career, because I think the people around him understood there wasn't much left in the tank for him in terms of his want or his desire to be here. He did an interview with Dan Canobio about 18 months ago where he was like, yeah, man, I just kind of want to raise my family. I don't know how much left of boxing for me. I don't want to see a therapist. I want to, I need to, but like, I don't want to take away from my fighting. But I think it's time for me to do stuff like that. So I think the writing has been on the wall for Tank for a while. So that draw was kind of just like, I was on the way out anyway. I don't need to go back in there. And I said it at the end of that fight. I'm like, there's no way we see that rematch. He was so uncomfortable in that ring with Roach. He doesn't want to feel that again. He showed that night. So I'm not surprised that fight's not happening. I'm not even surprised he's fighting Jake Paul now. It's a cash out.